I live in lower West Virginia and enjoy backpacking and camping in the Appalachian range. Each year, my best friend and I plan an autumn expedition to explore new trails. In 2019, we took on a challenging trail that tested our endurance in harsh weather conditions. Despite the rain, sleet, and snow, we persevered and reached a beautiful lake atop the mountains. We celebrated our accomplishment, strengthened our friendship, and returned home with unforgettable memories. Our annual tradition of adventure would continue. I embarked on a solo journey after my friend canceled our expedition. Navigating rugged trails and camping alone, I found solace in the solitude and learned to rely on my navigational skills. The natural landmarks along the way guided my path, each leading to the next. Though I didn't reach my intended destination, I embraced the opportunity to camp for the night. While in my tent, a single stick snap caught my attention, but no further sounds followed, leaving me in a state of uncertainty. Nonetheless, the experience allowed me to grow personally and gain a deeper appreciation for nature's beauty. I cautiously investigated the snapping sound by shining a flashlight into the tree line, but found nothing. I called out assertively, but heard no response. The incident was eerie, as the sound was distinct and indicated something or someone stepping on a stick. I remained outside, scanning the surroundings for signs of disturbance. Eventually, I decided to extinguish the fire before returning to the safety of my tent. I struggled to sleep that night due to heightened alertness. Surprisingly, I managed to sleep through the night. I packed up and resumed my journey towards the ridge, eventually reaching the desired lake before sunset. Despite my efforts to rationalize the eerie ambience and faint noises from the trees, the unsettling atmosphere persisted. I heard footsteps resembling someone running away from my tent, but I couldn't understand why anyone would be there. In the darkness, I couldn't see far, limiting my ability to investigate further. Reluctantly, I accepted the enigmatic noises and tried to sleep. However, I abruptly woke up to the sound of someone fleeing, prompting me to grab my flashlight and rush outside, searching for the source of the footsteps. I saw the figures retreat into the distance, filling me with fear and adrenaline. Footprints around my tent indicated someone had searched the campsite. Trembling, I tried to revive the campfire for better visibility. I felt incredibly vulnerable, with nowhere to escape and no one to help. I stayed awake all night, alert but witnessed nothing else. In the morning, I took photos of the lake, but decided to leave early due to the lingering unease and feeling pursued. My journey back was uneventful, but I realized that some items were missing from my backpack, such as food and tools. I couldn't shake the disturbing thought that the person outside my tent had entered and stolen from my bag while I slept. The idea of such a violation continues to haunt me, evoking an unsettling sensation even now. Camping has always held a special place in my heart, particularly during the enchanting autumn season when the foliage transforms into a vibrant array of colors and the air carries a refreshing crispness. Thus, when my dear friend, whom I shall refer to as Katie, invited me to join her on a camping trip to celebrate her birthday, I eagerly embraced the opportunity. Packing up our gear, we embarked on our journey towards a secluded woodland spot that had been a cherished camping location for Katie's family over the years. We embarked on a hike in a serene and secluded wilderness, enjoying the tranquility of the surroundings. During our exploration, we unexpectedly came across a faded trail that seemed out of place in such a remote area. Katie expressed her confusion about its existence, as there appeared to be no apparent reason for a trail in that secluded vicinity. We discovered an old, abandoned cabin in the woods and decided to explore its interior. The dilapidated state of the cabin hinted at years of neglect. Despite our curiosity, we found no significant artifacts or clues about its history or former inhabitants. However, as we prepared to depart, my eyes caught sight of something peculiar, a small door tucked away in the corner of the cabin, previously unnoticed. Adorned with a rusty padlock, it emanated an air of mystery. Intrigued, I drew Katie's attention to it, and our shared curiosity took hold. The lock, corroded by time, appeared fragile and worn. Driven by our inquisitiveness, I knocked on the door, acknowledging the futility of expecting a response. Meanwhile, Katie ventured outside and returned with a sizable rock, passing it to me. With cautious determination, I struck the lock, delivering a series of calculated blows until it shattered, releasing its grip on the door. Grating against the ground, the door revealed an abyss of darkness within. Left with no other choice, we relied on Katie's flashlight to pierce through the doorway, illuminating a hidden staircase descending into the unknown depths below. Despite our initial assurances that there was nothing to fear, an unsettling sense of unease gripped both Katie and me. We reminded ourselves that nobody had set foot in this place for years, and there seemed to be no realistic cause for alarm. Summoning our courage, I took the lead and cautiously descended the steep staircase, which spanned a mere 8 to 10 steps before opening into a room below. What awaited us was a sight both disturbing and perplexing. The room housed several small mattresses strewn across the floor, accompanied by a collection of mismatched furniture. Strangely enough, the items appeared relatively modern, suggesting they couldn't have been more than 5 years old. An inexplicable wave of fear washed over me, prompting an immediate retreat. Hastily ascending the staircase, we pushed the door shut behind us, our minds reeling with confusion and uncertainty. We engaged in a heated debate, contemplating whether we had unwittingly stumbled upon a crime scene, as the scene before us seemed utterly out of place and unsettling. Just as I was voicing my thoughts, Katie abruptly shushed me, her expression fraught with apprehension. We heard footsteps approaching the cabin, but were relieved when they passed without stopping. Confused, we quickly left and returned to our campsite, and then to Katie's place. Concerned about the mysterious passerby, we decided to report the incident to the police as a precautionary measure. We reported the mysterious individual and their connection to the abandoned cabin to the police, but no evidence or leads were found. The incident became a popular topic in our town, sparking various theories and discussions. The cabin was eventually demolished to deter curious visitors. However, the mystery surrounding the purpose of the cabin and what transpired there remains unsolved. A lingering intuition suggests that something dreadful occurred within its walls, but definitive answers may never be uncovered. During my childhood, my family had a tradition of embarking on annual camping trips that filled me with boundless excitement. Growing up in Arizona, where the landscape offered little in the way of trees and grass, the trips to Washington became a cherished escape for me. During a camping trip, I reunited with my cousins, including my favorite cousin Louis. We shared a strong bond and always enjoyed our time together. On the second day, while the rest of the family was occupied, Louis and I ventured into the woods to play a game of bandit, our modified version of tag. One of us would be the cop and the other the bandit, engaging in an exciting pursuit. Little did we know that this camping trip would bring us even closer as we faced unexpected challenges and discoveries. As we played our game of bandit, we found ourselves deep in the woods, losing track of time and direction. Louis wielded a stick, adding to the thrill of the chase. My sprinting led me to an old trailer, and we decided not to explore it further. On our way back, we encountered a couple with a cart. The woman approached us kindly, but the man remained cautious. She asked if we were lost and inquired about our companions and personal details. Her gaze shifted between us and the man when she learned our ages, raising some suspicion. The woman reassured us and offered to help us find our way home after dropping off their belongings. Despite our initial hesitation, we felt safer during the daytime. As we followed them to their camp, I noticed their shopping cart filled with rusty, random objects that seemed like discarded debris. A growing uneasiness settled within me and Louis as we walked. The man wore an unsmiling expression and occasionally stared at me with a vacant gaze, which deeply unsettled me. As we approached the trailer, the woman took hold of our hands. Suddenly, our names were called. First Lewis's and then mine. We paused, and the woman's grip on my hand tightened. She exchanged words with the man. I can't remember what was said. The woman attempted to lead us towards the trailer while tightly holding our hands. However, I managed to call out to my sister, causing the woman to release her grip. We reunited with my sister, and she informed the rest of our family about our whereabouts. The couple claimed they had been searching for our parents and were praised by them. Despite the invitation, the couple declined to join us for burgers. Because of the woman's friendly demeanor and the fact that we were found unharmed, my parents didn't give it much thought. I do remember my dad and uncle discussing how unsettling the man seemed, though. My cousin and I eventually shared our concerns about the couple's strange behavior with my sister, who found us, but she didn't fully grasp the implications. It wasn't until we were older and understood the potential dangers that we revisited the topic in depth. Both my cousin and I came to the realization that the couple, given their financial struggles, might have had malicious intentions, such as attempting to exploit or traffic us. For years, I kept this experience hidden from my parents because I felt the need to be the strong one in the family. Reflecting on that time made me feel violated and preyed upon. And my cousin also felt a sense of guilt for not being able to protect me as the older cousin. A few years ago, we finally mustered the courage to disclose the incident to our parents. In hindsight, I wish we had shared it with them immediately, as perhaps some action could have been taken. Nowadays, I never let my children out of my sight, and I always emphasize to them that they can openly communicate with me without fear of judgment, especially my son. To stay updated and receive more thrilling and suspenseful horror videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Prepare to be captivated by our terrifying tales and join our community of horror enthusiasts.